Generally, the use of RDBMS is to store the business data or to maintain the business data or to process the business data. Yeah, it is used to store or process or to maintain the business data. So where is business? Where is the data? From which point the data will be generated? Yeah. So SQL Server RDBMS is developed by Microsoft Corporation. So like SQL Server, you have so many RDBMSs over there from different companies. From Oracle, you have an RDBMS that is called as Oracle only. It is from Oracle Corporation. From IBM, we have one RDBMS that is DB2. From Hadoop, nowadays most of the people are always praying about Hadoop to maintain the big databases. It is also an RDBMS. Like Ingress, Sybase, MySQL, all these things are RDBMSs only, but each one is developed by different company. Yeah, it is developed by Microsoft Corporation. Yeah, just a moment. Some other student was joined. Hello, Vani. Can you hear me? Okay, no problem, Jyoti. Yeah, Vani, can you hear me? Yeah, morning, Vani. Okay. So I made you as organizer. You can start recording in GoToMeeting window. Then the session will be recorded both audio and video. Did you get that? Yeah, Vani, I think you are hearing me. Okay, let me continue with the session. So if you got any problem in the session, then chat with me. Yeah. So let me continue. Yeah. What is SQL Server? SQL Server is an RDBMS. The full form of RDBMS is Relational Database Management System. It was developed by Microsoft Corporation. SQL Server was developed by Microsoft Corporation. Generally, what is the use of any RDBMS? We have so many RDBMSs over there other than SQL Server. So RDBMS is used to store the business data, or we can process our business data, or we can maintain our business data. So what is meant by store, process and maintain? So that's what we are learning in our SQL Server training. Yep. Where is the data? From where I got the data? Before entering into SQL Server, actually, let me discuss about what is business, how the data will be generated, what are the business entities, or what are the components of a business. Yeah. Let us consider, if you consider any business, the business is having some basic components, or we can say the business is having some objects. What are the business objects? Yes, see here, in every business we are having employees, and the employees should work under some departments, and the business is there, either they are producing some products or they are providing services to the customers. See here, so like this, And the products are sold to whom? Customers. Yeah. A business should be a collection of employees, departments, products, customers, or services provided to customers, or we can say transactional information is also there in business. Yeah, services. See, in every business you have some employees, departments, products. The business is there, or I have set up a business. Either I can produce products like mobiles, it's a product based company, or otherwise I can provide some service to the customer like telecom businesses, all telecom businesses or mobile service providers. Yeah, and the services or products are provided to whom? Customers. Without these objects, there is no business. That's why we can say these are called as business entities. Business entities. And we can also call it as business objects. Now see here. In the early days of the business, whenever I have started up a new business, a very less number of employees are there in my business, and very less number of departments are there in the business, and I am very a limited number of products I am producing, and I have very few customers to my business. Day by day my business is growing up. Let us say if you have 10 employees, 2 departments, and just I am producing 5 types of different products, and right now we have only 50 customers, 10 employees. Yeah, let me take it as an example. For example, in the early days I have 10 employees, 2 departments, 5 different types of products, and right now I have only 50 number of customers. So for each employee there is one line of information. What is that information? Every employee in the company must have employee ID, name, salary, designation, join date. Got my point? Gender, address, mobile number of the customer, status of the employment, everything they have to maintain inside their database in the business. So 10 employees means just 10 lines of data is there with me, and 2 departments means, yes, department number 1, department name production, and department is located at so and so area. Yeah, just hold on. Yes. Okay, and now I'm producing 5 different types of products, and these 5 different types of products, 50 products totally I have produced, and those were sold to 50 customers. So 50 lines of data is there with me, 5 lines of data regarding products, and 2 lines of data regarding departments, and 10 lines of data regarding employees. Totally it is less than 80 number of lines of data. 80 number of lines of data in the sense, if you want to search for a particular employee information, it is very easy. That's not a problem at all. Once if your business is growing up, every day the customers will be increased. After some time you should have to recruit new employees to run your business successfully. Then employees are increasing. Yeah, I got some other guy. Yeah. Just a moment. Hi. Name, please. Not able to hear you. Okay. Yeah, just hold on, Jyoti and Vani. So let me. Yeah. View your user. You are on web. Okay. Just hold on. Hello. Yeah, I think now this guy, who is this new person? Can I know your name?
Hi. Hello, this is Vani.
Yeah, Vani, already you joined, right?
Yeah, but I was unable to hear your voice. That's why I'm again
Okay, okay.
logging.
So right now you are hearing me, right? You are log connected as a HTML5 viewer, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Let me make you as organizer. Once I
Okay.
made you as organizer, you have to start recording. Just click on
Okay.
start record button in your GoToMeeting window.
Okay. Sure. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. I'm clicking. I'm making you as an organizer.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, I did it, Vani. Now you can
Okay.
start recording.
Sure.
Yeah. Now let me continue. So at the beginning days of your business, you have very less number of information with you. So to manage a very less number of information means it's very easy. Manually, I can easily manage it. But day by day, the data is increasing. After some time, your business is increasing. Then according to your business requirement, you have to recruit new employees and you have to set up more departments to organize your business very well. And you are able to produce many number of products, and day by day the customers are increasing to your business, then automatically your data will be increased according to your business scope. Yeah, let me. So current right now what is the situation is you have 2000 number of employees and you are having 100 number of branches, and each branch having different set of departments also. And right now you are able to produce two different kinds of products, and right now you are having around 5 lakhs customers. So here lakhs of lines of data with you about your business, it is very difficult to manage it manually. That's why we need a software which is easily managing my business process. We need a software which is easily manage my business process. I want to automate my business process. I don't want to feel any difficulty while I'm doing my business transactions. How? That is done by using RDBMS. I think you got my point. Yeah, let us see. So where is the data? How can I define the data? So let me explain about DB concepts first, then I will enter into SQL Server. Then it is very much clear to understand what is RDBMS. What is data? If I can consider any one employee, just consider one employee. So he is having some information, his own information. So if you take some other employee, then he is having his own information. So employee to employee, the information will be changed. So the collection of information of one employee or the collection of information of one product is called as data. Yeah. So collection of information of one object, information of one object is known as data. Like one employee information, example I'm writing any one employee information, okay, and some other example any one product information. So all these things are considered as any one customer information. Yeah, yeah, one product information, one customer information, and everything. Yeah, like one transaction. Suppose you are a customer to a bank. If you are withdrawing some amount from the any ATM, then automatically it is considered as one transaction. The transaction, whatever the transaction you are making to the business, that is also considered as information. It should be recorded inside the business. Otherwise, the business is not possible for the banking people. The transaction information, transaction time, date, amount, type of transaction you done, everything will be recorded in the business. Yeah, like this. Next one, what is a database? So here I'm talking about any one object information, but here I'm talking about the complete information, the collection of information of all objects within the business, the collection of information of all objects, information of all objects is known as database. Yeah. So like here, all employees information, departments information, products information, customers information, all the information stored at one place, that is called as a database. Simply we can say it is a software to automate the business process. It is the software to automate the business process. The business process. Yeah. And now, what is a database management system? Let us see, it's called as a database management system. Yes. Now see, so not only you have to maintain the information of your business, but also you need to do something. You need to apply some changes to your business data. What is that? See, at the beginning time, my God. Yeah. So at the beginning time, we have very less number of employees. After some time, I have recruited many number of new employees. Once an employee is recruited into a company, the new employee information you have to add into your business data. To your business data, you need to add the new employees information, and already old employees are there. So they got some good experience in your company. Definitely you have to provide some hike to their salaries. Definitely you have to change their designations. Suppose he is working as a junior programmer or junior developer, then you need to improve his designation as a programmer or developer or senior developer or administrator, project leader, leader, whatever it is. Means changing the existing values, one point, entering new values, second one, and suppose if some employee is gone away from your company, then you don't need the complete information of the employees, just whatever the information you require about those guys who leaves your company, then only that information you have to keep, and the remaining information should be deleted. Okay, deleting unwanted information. At the same time, suppose 100 people are working in IBM, 100 people are working in Wipro. So the IBM people cannot access the information of project doing in Wipro, and the Wipro people are not authenticated to access IBM information. So it means the people who is working under a business, they should be authenticated to access the business information. Suppose if I have ICICI bank account, I can't access SBI. So if the person who is having SBI account, he can't access ICICI information. So like that, the people should be authenticated for the respective business. And also at the same time, we have to provide security. Totally 5 points I have touched here. Vani, it is better to mute at your end. Yeah, Vani, can you hear me? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, now see here. So the people should be authenticated, and the last point is providing security to your business information. These 5 points are very, very important. Yeah, again I'm repeating, the database is nothing but the collection of information of all objects or entities within your business. That place is called as a database. And we simply, technically I can say like this, database is a software. Why I am using the database? To automate my business process. to store business data, to modify business data. For all these purposes, I can maintain database. Now, what is database management system? Okay, we know database. Then what is meant by management? In which case I have to manage my business? Yes, if I got new information, if I don't need some information, if I want to seize only particular information, if I want to provide a security to my information, all these things are called as management system services. 5 services are there: entering new data, updating old data, deleting unwanted data, and 4th point is providing security, and the last point, authenticating the users. These 5 points are called as services, management system services. If any database which is providing these services is called as DBMS. This is called as DBMS. So simply I can define like this: a database which is providing management system services is called as DBMS. So what are the management system services? Management system services are, so entering new data, right? And the second point is updating old data or changing old data. So simply what is meant by updation? Suppose if you deposit some more amount into your account, the old balance will be updated after your new investment. Next, deleting unwanted data. Next, authenticating the users. And last one is providing security. This is all things will be done by management system services, providing security. Yeah, this is known as DBMS. Then what is meant by RDBMS? The last point I am touching here. Here I told you that SQL Server is an RDBMS. Not only RDBMS, it is also having additional services over there. I will tell you right now. Yes, see. Let me, before going to additional concepts of SQL Server, let me explain about what is RDBMS. RDBMS stands for Relational Database Management System. Yeah, it is a collection of, it's a very easy collection of interrelated data of all interrelated objects. Interrelated data of all interrelated objects. What is the interrelation? Yeah, give me a second. Interrelated objects within the business. Yeah. What is meant by interrelation? Let us see. You have 2000 number of employees and you are having 100 departments. Let us assume a group of employees works under one department and other group of employees works under other department. Like this, the scenario is like this generally. So is there any employee who is not working under any department? Again I am repeating, is there any employee in a company who is not working under any department? No chance. Every employee should work under any one department. It's mandatory. So employee should be working under one department. Employee is related with department. Suppose if you consider any one department, sales department must have some employees. So department is related with some employees. Production, under production some employees should be there. Without employees there is no use of maintaining a department. So that's why employee department both are interrelated. And next, suppose you have produced some products. So can you keep the products with you? No. The products should be sold to customers. The product should be sold to customers. Okay. So in society, in the world, so many people are there. We can't call all the people as customers to our business. The person who bought at least one product of our business, then he is becoming as a customer to us. Or otherwise, the person who is already providing or requesting some service from our company, then he is becoming as a customer to us. The other guys cannot be considered as customers. So product or service both are related to customers. If I can say a person is a customer, either he had purchased one product from us, at least one product, or at least he is getting one service from the business. So product and customer is also known as interrelated objects. Suppose one company is there, business, company in the sense business, IBM is there, or otherwise nowadays the most popular things, Apple company is there. Apple is producing some products. So company and products both are interrelated. Without company there is no product. Okay, and product should be related to customer. Okay, so how product and customer are interrelated means through a mediator, sales. Sales transaction should be done. Yeah. Okay, so those things, those detailed things I will explain you later. Let us see. I think you got a point. What is interrelation between the objects? So one object should be interrelated with other object within the business. That is called as RDBMS. Generally, how the data can be stored in any RDBMS? In any RDBMS, data can be stored in the form of tables. In any RDBMS, data can be stored in the form of tables. Some people can say it's a two-dimensional tables. Dimensional tables. Two-dimensional in the sense two ways, vertically, horizontally. Vertical means y-axis, or we can say y-axis, x. X-axis means horizontal. So rows and columns. A table is a collection of rows and columns. Table is a collection of rows and columns. Yeah, and a row is known as a record. A row is known as a record, and a column is known as a field. Yes. So this is the information I need to provide to you. These are called as database concepts. Yeah, I think you got an idea how the data will be generated. So at which level the data can be generated? The data can be generated from object level. The object should be existed within the business. Maybe what are the objects means? Either employees, departments, products, services, customers, orders, transactions, sales. I have not listed all the things, but some important objects only I have listed here. Okay, transactions, orders, sales, all these things so are considered as business transactions. So business objects, based on these objects, the data can be generated. Suppose I am a dealer for a company IBM, then I have to put an order to the company. How can I put an order? Through online, simply I can log on to IBM official site. Why? Because already I am a dealer, definitely I have some user credentials provided by the company. Using the user credentials, I can log on to IBM web portal. So once I have logged on to the IBM portal, then simply I can click on order form. In that order form, I have to fill my information. What is my ID and from where I am putting an order, what type of product I need, how many number of products, what is my the order's expected date, everything, and how, in which way I am paying the amount to the company. All the details I have to fill in the web page. Once I have filled all the required information, I need to click on submit button. Like me, throughout the world, so many customers or dealers are there for the company IBM. So who needs the products? Everybody can raise an order to the company. Nobody is there in the online who is checking what are the orders coming to the company in front of the system. So all the orders information, once they have clicked on submit button, the order information should be stored under table. That table is available from the database of the company IBM. Okay, so once once the employee is checking about what are the new orders, then automatically the new orders whatever they got, that information will be displayed in the web page only again. Right? This is the what is the process internally going on. Yeah. So now let me go through what is SQL Server. I told you SQL Server is an RDBMS. Not only RDBMS, we can say SQL Server is more. Suppose if you say Oracle, I can simply say Oracle is RDBMS. Directly you can say Oracle is RDBMS. But SQL Server is not the case. Not only RDBMS, it is also providing some additional concepts. What are they? Yeah. Yeah, I can define like this. Components of SQL Server. Components of SQL Server. It is a collection of database services. I will show you what are the services also, what are the components also right now only. Database services and SSIS. What is SSIS? SQL Server Integration Services. Integration Services or Information Services, anything is same. Next, SSRS. SQL Server Reporting Services. Server Reporting Services. Yeah. And next one, SSAS. And these are called as SQL Server Analytical Services. Analytical Services. Here we are learning about database services. Remember this point. We are learning about database services. Yeah. This is called as RDBMS. If you install SQL Server, you will get all the services. Remember this point. You will get all the services. But what you are learning is, we are learning about database services. And these three are collectively known as MSBI. These three are collectively known as MSBI. Remember that point. This part is called as MSBI. What is MSBI? Microsoft Business Intelligence. This is called as Microsoft Business Intelligence. It's a reporting tool. Microsoft Business Intelligence. Technically, I can differentiate these two. Don't worry. Here, this part is called as RDBMS. Generally, two types of RDBMSs are there. This part is called as OLAP, Online Analytical Processing. This part is called as OLTP, Online Transaction Processing. What is OLTP? Yeah, Online Transaction Processing. Yeah, this is OLTP. What is OLAP? Online Analytical Processing. So what is the use of these two is, the first one is for storing daily data, everyday data. For storing everyday data. Every day some transactions are making by the different customers or different end users. That data will be stored under OLTP. OLTP. Suppose the historical data. So I am the old customer for the business. After some time I came to the business, means just I have opened my account and I need the old transaction details. All the transaction details are maintained under OLAP. Why it is? There is a performance issues are there. That's why they have divided the database into two parts, OLTP and OLAP. Yeah. In the subsequent classes, you will get the complete discussion about OLTP and OLAP. Yeah. Online analytical processing. Analytical processing. Yes. Now, what is the use of this online transaction processing? Yeah. So, use to store transactional data. Transactional data. Or we can say day-to-day data. Everyday data, day-to-day data, everything is same. Or daily data. Different people can call it as differently. Yeah. What is this analytical processing? Yeah. What is the use of this part? To consolidate business data, to load or to maintain all the data at one place, that is called as consolidate, to generate the reports, and by using these reports to analyze the business data. Business data. So analyzing, what is the use of analyzing? If you can analyze your business properly, how it is running, if you can analyze it properly, then you will be success in your business doing. Otherwise, maybe at some point the business will be failed. That's why always analysis of the business is also important. Yeah. Now, at what point the SQL Server was started? In which year SQL Server was started? Yeah, see here you have this information. SQL Server 2014 is the latest version, and it was released in March 18th of this year. The code name of SQL Server is Hackathon, and in 2012 Service Pack 1, that is called as Denali. The first version of 2012 is released on 1st of April 2012, and the latest version of 2012, this SQL Server 2012, is released on 28th of December 2012. Okay, so the basic starting point in which year the SQL Server, the starting version is released. In 1989, Microsoft has released the first version of SQL Server. It is not supporting any OLAP tools. OLAP tools means, just now I have touched that point. OLAP tools means these are called as OLAP part. This part is not there. This part is not available from SQL Server 1.12 until SQL Server 7.0. Until this version, there is no OLAP tools. Only database services are there. Okay. And one more thing I need to tell you before going to this, what is, yeah. So do you have any questions from this until this discussion? What is code name? Which year's code name? Vani? Yeah,
Actually,
Vani.
what is code name? Like any? Yeah, hello?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. Tell me.
Yeah, any code name. What is code name? I don't know.
Okay. What is code name? Okay. See, so different versions are named differently. They have introduced it like that. Just a shortcut name for representation of the version.
Okay.
So actually in 2012, this Denali is very, very popular.
Okay.
In 2012 year only. So whenever they have introduced Denali, the upcoming, what is the code or upcoming version, Denali, so many people are think about Denali is the most famous.
Okay.
But till now, the most famous version of SQL Server is 2005 only.
Oh, okay.
Still the companies, maximum companies are using 2005 only. The people who needs OLAP tools, new features, they are ready to go for 2014. Okay, and the most popular is this one only, SQL Server 2005. Remember this. And after that, 2008 R2 is also very successful version. Okay, this is the code name of this one is Kilimanjaro. Okay, and so latest version 2014, the companies has to update their version. Most of the people are running 2008 up to 8 only. Denali, according to my knowledge, Denali is somewhat failed version, I can simply say. But 8 is very famous. 8 release 2 is very famous edition. Okay, and I will provide this information to you. Just a moment. Yeah. Now let me show you. How can I connect to the database? We are working with what? We are learning here in our training session, OLTP. OLTP in the sense, how can I store the data? Once the data is there, how can I see my required data only? Actually, 100 tables are there. Out of 100 tables, I want to see 5th table. How can I see the information of 5th table? In the 5th table, I want to see only 5th record. How can I see like that? Yes, for all those things we have to use database commands and database tools. What are they? Yeah, so before going to this, let me start. Here I'm having the version 2008. Yeah, let it run. Now, so before going to this, can I introduce a small diagram, but it is not related to this one, but if I can introduce this, it is very important for understanding at which point we are interacting with OLTP RDBMS, at which point we are interacting with OLAP RDBMS. It's project development process. What is the project develop? Yes. Hello. No, I am not going to teach MSBI package. I am the trainer for only OLTP. Is this Vani? Yeah. I am the trainer for only database services only. Okay. Yeah. Let me introduce the project development process. Let us say every business is having some users, or we can say clients. Like that, you are having different users and clients are there. User or client. Okay. This user can interact with the business through web pages. Generally, nowadays online business is very much famous. So the web pages should be developed by using either Java, or we can say .NET, or we can say PHP. Okay. So any by using any front-end technology, the web page may be developed. Okay. Now, if I did something on the web page, what is happening? The action will be reflected at which point? Yeah. Suppose if you are making an order or placing an order for a product, okay, simply you can open Amazon.com and you have to pick up or select a product, and once you have selected the product, and you can also specify how many number of products you require, and you can select the mode of payment. Okay, once you fill all the information, if you have to click on submit button. Once you click on submit button, like you, lakhs of people are there through online, they are raising some requests or they are placing their orders to the companies. So all the data is going to where? The data that is called as a transactional data. The data is storing under backend database. The database names are like this, or I can say DB2. DB2. Yeah. Backend databases, maybe it's Oracle or SQL Server or DB2 or Ingress, Sybase, MySQL. All these things are called as RDBMSs. Okay. Beyond the database, is there anything else? Yes. Beyond the database, you have data warehouse. So here, Oracle, SQL Server, DB2, at this stage, it is called as OLTP RDBMSs. Now, let me finish this diagram first, then it is very much clear to you to understand the concept. From these OLTP databases, the data can be stored into OLAP. How it will be stored? You need to do these operations. What are those operations? I will tell you. Yeah, these three operations you need to do. What is the extraction, transformation, loading? So this is called as ETL process. Simply we can say ETL process. For what is ETL process is nothing but, see here, the ETL process you will do in this stage. Integration services means integrating business data. Let us see. Here this is, okay, just a moment. It's Indian branch. India branch. What is the branch of your company? Is Indian branch. Okay. Here this is USA branch. And this one is UK branch. Let us consider a company. The company name is go for Sony. It's a business. They are having 3 branches. In India they are having 1 branch, in USA 1 branch, in UK 1 branch. According to the market requirement, they are using different web front-end technologies and different back-end database technologies. Okay, fine. So one fine day, the CEO of the company has to know what was the total revenue generated on this day to my company. Again, what was the total revenue generated on this day to my company? He don't bother about from which branch I got the profit or I got the revenue. He don't bother about it. But he needs the total revenue generated for my company on this current day. So actually, if you have one place to maintain all your branches information at one place, then simply from that place you can fetch the revenue generated from all of your branches, and that value will be submitted to your CEO. But if there is no place, then you have to collect the information from each branch individually, and you have to consolidate the information. Once the consolidated is over, then you need to submit that to CEO. This is very difficult process. That's why they are storing the information at one place, that is called as data warehouse. That is called as data warehouse, or we can simply say this is known as OLAP database. Yeah, we can call it as a data warehouse. So this is OLAP database. From data warehouse, you have multiple reporting tools like what is that? SSRS, OBIEE, SAP BEVO, BRIOS. BRIOS is also Hyperion related reporting tool is BRIOS. It's a very, very important. Understand it very carefully. From different countries, you have different branches. The business is having different branches. Under each branch there exist new clients or old clients. So whatever the clients in India, their information maintained under Oracle. The clients from USA maintained under SQL Server. The clients from UK, the data maintained under DB2. Okay. Here the front-end technology, the company is using Java. Front-end technology means web pages, to develop web pages. Suppose if you are making a business in online, everybody, the user, end user has to interact with the web page first. In the web page, you are searching. Suppose you are looking for Google. In the Google, what you are doing? If I want to search for some information, I need to type my request, right? Based on my request, it is displaying the required information to me. The information is fetching from where? Yes, the Google page is getting the information from the corresponding server. Yes, exactly. Let us see. Suppose I am requesting about some railways information. You are requesting about airways information. Let us assume like that. I am requesting about railway information. You are requesting about airways information. All railways information are stored at one place, one database server. In the railways database, airways information is not there. Airways information is available from one database server. Under airways, different companies are there again. Emirates, Lufthansa, Air India, Sahara, different companies are there. So each database is different. Database server is different. Okay, so according to your request, the web server, first web page, you and me and everyone is a user. We are interacting with web page. In the web page, we need to type our request. That request will be processed by web server. What is web server? Web server which is able to manage all web pages. Google web pages are managed by Google server. Yahoo web pages are managed by Yahoo web server. Rediff web pages are managed by Rediff mail web server. Okay, so that server will understand the request of user, and according to user request, it has to link to a corresponding database server. According to my request, it has to establish a link to railways database server. According to your request, it has to make an establishment to establish a link to airways web server, airways database server. Okay, so from the database server, they will collect the information. Web server collects the information, and the information will be redirected to respective client, requested client. That is the internal process it is doing. The same thing it is happening. What is application server? It is called as web server. Application server is also known as, these are, can I say these are Java applications, .NET applications, PHP applications, right? Which are nothing but, what is that we can say? Yeah, web server. In case of web pages, we can call it as web server. Yeah, application server. See, in case of database technology, some database owned applications are there. Like you are having SQL Server Management Studio. It's a database application. It will be managed by application server. Next, suppose Oracle. In Oracle, what is a database application is SQL Star Plus, SQL, and SQL Developer, PL SQL Developer. All these things are database owned applications. But here common web applications I am saying. Here I am talking about web server which manages all web pages. Okay, application means it's a specific database applications, web applications, ERP applications. Those are managed by application server. Okay, now, so from where, whoever the client is there, the client request or information will be stored under respective database servers. From the transactional databases, the data can be extracted and apply some syntactical changes and load into one place that is called as data warehouse. From data warehouse, different reports will be generated by using different reporting tools. These are called as reporting tools. Yeah. These are very, very important. So SSRS, SQL Server Reporting Services. So it's a product from Microsoft Corporation. OBIEE, Oracle Business Intelligence Enterprise Edition. Oracle Business Intelligence Enterprise Edition. This is from Oracle Corporation. And SAP BIBO. So most of the people can think BIBO is from SAP's own product. No. SAP's own product is SAP BEX Analyzer. It's reporting tool, but there is a huge disadvantage in SAP BEX Analyzer. That's why they acquired the product BIBO from the corporation BIBO only. BIBO is a product from Business Objects Corporation. Okay, later the SAP purchased the product BIBO, and later on they have released the reporting tool as SAP BIBO. And from the Hyperion Corporation we have Brios. It's also one of the reporting tool. By using different reporting tools, the reporting tools can generate reports based on data warehouse, not on these things. Remember that. These are called as OLTP databases. And here you are having OLAP database. And the last line is known as reporting tools. To analyze the business, you have to generate the reports. Yeah. So any questions? This is what you have to learn. And one more thing, how the performance will be increased. If you are maintaining like this, then how the performance will be increased? Very simple. Let us see. Consider anyone. Yeah, I am considering SQL Server. In USA, first day I have started a business. On the very beginning day, 10 transactions made by 10 customers. So 10 lines of data is there. So in 10 lines of data, searching for one line, it will take just seconds. Yeah, second day is also over. At the end of the second day, I have 100 lines of data is there in my database. Searching for one line, so it will take somewhat more time than the first day. After 1 week, 1 lakh lines of data is there in the database. How much time it will take to search for required one line? It will take so much time. So if you are not maintaining data warehouse, if you are storing all the data at only OLTP databases, at the end of the year you are having millions, trillions of lines of data is there at your OLTP end only. If you have that much of data, if you want to search for your required information, it will take a lot of time. If the server is not responding for the user request, what we can say simply, the server is very down, means the server performance is very bad, we can think. So that's why always to balance the performance of the server, what they can do is they can load the data at the end of every business period. Generally business periods are considered like end of quarter, first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, or end of half yearly, or at the end of yearly. It depends on business requirement. They can load the data into one place. Yeah, I think you got an idea. Do you have any questions? Yes, Vani. Hello, Vani, are you there?
No, I'm clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And so I need to tell you some more thing. Yeah, one moment. What are the components we will discuss? I think, do you have the course component, course structure? Do you have the document with you? Okay. So tomorrow
No.
I will redirect. I will send that course component document to you. Instead of typing all the components, it's very difficult. I will send the document to you through mail, right? And the rest of the things I will continue from tomorrow. This is the end of the first day. So thank you.
What
Yeah.
What is our responsibility?
Which one?
Because our
SQL Server
develop.
responsibility. As a developer, what are the responsibilities, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Suppose in your company, your whatever your request, you have a requirement like this. Get the details of expired products. You have a requirement like this. So
Okay.
you have to connect to the database, and from all products information will be maintained under one table.
Okay.
That products information, from all the products you need to get only expired product details. So to
Okay.
get the information you have to write a query. First requirement, general, very simple requirement. Next, for a project they have developed so many programs and procedures. According to your new requirement, I need old requirement, but also I need some additional tasks along with the old requirement. Then you don't want to write a new program for all these things. Simply take the old procedure, access the code of the procedure. Code means programming, right? For the old functionality, you have to add new lines, some more lines to the old program and save it. Then
Okay.
automatically it can perform old thing as well as the
New
new thing
thing.
also it will perform. So
Yeah.
always you have to write programs, functions, packages, and triggers. This is what you can
Okay.
do, and you have to write the queries. This is what you can do as a developer.
Okay.
Yeah. Any more?
No. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Who is this? Ram? Can you hear me? Okay. And Vani and Jyoti. Let's see you tomorrow. This is the end of the demo for today. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.